Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Logan if this is your first time here. I love all things crochet. I especially love to crochet plushies. Today's video is going to be part one of making my largest order to date. If you have been with me for a while, I posted about 9 months ago talking about my largest order ever. They are back, they ordered again, and this order is even bigger than last year's. I will have this video popped up here on the screen and also linked down below if you have not seen it. I would definitely recommend watching it because it is a very fun one, and I'm really excited for this year. They ordered more items, and they also gave me a little bit more creative freedom than they did last year. Last year, they just gave me a set item, this is what we wanted, and everything like that. I had a meeting with them this year, and we kind of talked about way more items than last year. So they wanted to give me a little bit more creative freedom because I did tell them making the same thing over and over again gets a little bit tiring and a little bit boring. So they really had no idea like which way I preferred. So they were really happy that I told them that. So I have a lot more items, a lot more different items than I did last year. I'm very excited for all of the patterns that I have picked out. I have everything written down, all the patterns that I planned on making, all the patterns bought that I needed to buy. And yeah, this is just going to be so much fun to do. This is going to be part one. I have started on this order already. This order needs to be done before they open on September 17th. So I need to have this order done before they open up. So I have already started on it. So I want to show you the items that I've made so far. And also I have a yarn haul of some of the yarn that I have purchased because of this order, and just some little extra things here and there. I'm not really sure how I want to do this series yet. I haven't fully decided. I haven't decided if I'm going to update you every 2 or 3 weeks and just let you know everything that I've been working on, or just add these items into like weekly vlogs or something like that. Let me know down below what you would prefer, like what you would prefer on watching, if you just wanted me to update you along the way, or just do a bigger update like a couple weeks. This is what I've been working on the past couple weeks, and then do different videos here and there. So I would really love your input, or maybe if you have a different idea, I would love to hear that, because I really have not decided what to do for that. But I'm very excited for this order. I have a lot of fun patterns that I have picked out. So I'm going to get right into all of the yarn and the other items that I've had to purchase because of this order. Before I start showing you some things, I wanted to talk about the order itself. So this is a wholesale order. So I price my items how I normally would price them, but I give them a 25% discount just because they order so many items from me. We kind of made this deal where I would give them 25% off of what the normal price would be on the items. That is just what we worked out. Obviously, if you do this, you can do it whichever way you want, but just so they can make some money as well. They do really make sure that I am getting paid well. They have asked me multiple times, so I really do appreciate that. But yeah, so I do that, and it is a wholesale order. When I give them all of the items, I tag them up for them and everything, and they go through and price them. When I send them their little list of all of the items, I let them know my price so that they can then price the items on it. So I do not have to worry about how much I sell there. I do not get any of the items back. So if something does not sell by the end of the year, they will just keep it for the next year. Last year I sold out and nothing was left, so we didn't have to worry about that, which is why they're ordering more than they did last year. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit in case anyone has any questions. But of course, if you have any other questions, you can let me know down in the comments in case I forget something. We're gonna start off with the safety eyes that I ordered for this big order. I wanted to order some of these eyes because I have them, but for this order I didn't want to use up all of my safety eyes that I had for this order. So I wanted to use these ones up specifically for this order. That way I still have the safety eyes for my regular things. So if that makes sense. But I ordered this pack that comes with these two together. I'll try to have everything linked down below in case you are interested. But this pack has these colored pupils and then different color of noses. These ones have the glitter backs that you can put on them. These are more of the kawaii shaped eyes. There's also some oval eyes in here, different types of noses, and then some really big noses in this one. And then it also comes with this pack of these eyes here. I will show you what I made with these eyes because I already have used up some of the eyes for this, and then I've also used the oval eyes, so I will show you what I used for those too because I've already made those items. And then this pack here is all different sizes of oval eyes. So I will let you know that they did order some ghost. So I thought it'd be really cute to do the oval eyes with the ghost. So I bought just the whole set of oval eyes. And then I have 2 packs of 10mm eyes, 2 packs of 12mm eyes, and then I have 1 pack of 14mm eyes. So obviously I don't think I will not be using all of these for this order, but I will just use them after my order is completed. I'll just put them back and use them for other things. So this is all the eyes that I have purchased. I have purchased some eyes from Sphinx Crochet. This will be for this pumpkin patch order as well. So when those come in, I will show those to you as well. They are hand painted safety eyes. So I did purchase some of those for some of the items that I want to make. And then I did purchase a 5-pound box of polyfill. I do already have a 10-pound box that I have that is already opened, so I am using that, but I wanted to buy the 5-pound box just in case if I run out of what's left of my 10-pound box. So those are kind of like the boring things that I bought. Now let's move on to all of the yarn. If you see some yarn right here in the background, I have actually taken out some yarn that I want to use. Instead of pulling from all of this and then it starts to get really low and everything starts to fall, I thought putting my market bags right here and filling them with the yarn that I need for the pumpkin patch, so I don't have to keep picking through here. I can just dig through my bags. I actually have 2 of them. So I have already started purchasing yarn for this order. I actually started purchasing it at the beginning of this year because I knew that they were gonna order. So before Joann closed, I picked up a bunch of Bernat blanket yarn that I need for this order. They order a lot of pumpkins, obviously, because it is a pumpkin patch. So I bought a whole bunch of Bernat blanket in these certain colors that I needed to make those pumpkins. So I'm not gonna show you that yarn. And then there's also been some random skeins here and there that I have purchased, but I'm gonna show you this big haul just because I have not opened it yet and they all just came in. So I thought it would just be easier to do it this way instead of picking out the random yarn that I have bought random times that I have went to Joann or ordered stuff online just here and there. So I don't think you're ready for this yarn haul because it's a lot. I ordered a really big order from Hobby or Hobie, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but I ordered a really big order. It came in 3 different packages, and then I have an order from Premier. I'm just gonna show you what the bags look like. So here are bags number 1 and bag number 2 for my Hobie order. And then I got rid of the other bag, but I'll just show you. This is just some of that order. And then let me show you the Premier box. Here is my Premier order as well. You guys may think I'm crazy for ordering that much yarn, but last year I did some of the math that I needed to for this year. So I know that Bernat blanket, 1 skein of that makes 8 pumpkins. So I knew that if they were going to order quite a bit of the pumpkins, I knew I needed to buy quite a bit of those skeins because this year they want different sizes and different styles of the pumpkins and different colors. So I have ordered all of that. That's all taken care of. So I did the math on those pumpkins and they always order a bunch of those. So you'll have to hear me out on this. I'm going to start with the hobby order because this one's already opened. I ordered 5 of these. This is the Honey Bunny yarn. This is in the color number 31, which I believe is pumpkin if I'm not mistaken. But of course this is for pumpkins and some other exciting things that I will have to show you when I make them. So I ordered 5 of these, and then we will start with this first big bag here. I'm just gonna start grabbing the yarn. I'm not sure how many I actually ordered of these. This is the shade number 22. I have 2 of those. And then I have 3 of the shade number 98. And this one is also Honey Bunny. They were having a sale on Honey Bunny when I ordered this, so I knew I had to pick it up while it was on sale. And then I have 4 white skeins, which is the shade number 1. I have 4 of these. I know that this is Nougat because I really like this shade, but it's also color number 9. So I have 4 of those. I have 2 in the color number 33, and I know that this is Peach. And then I have 1 in the color 104, and I believe that this is Shamrock. So I've never had this color. I'm really excited to use it. I have a couple of ideas for some of the patterns what I'm going to use it on. So that is everything in bag number 1. Moving on to bag number 2. I ordered 8 skeins of, I believe this is Blush. This is the Baby Snuggle yarn, but it is also color number 31. This is a color that the Pumpkin Patch specifically picked out because they have a product that they absolutely love to have. And I did the math when I was doing this last year, and I believe 1 skein makes 3 of them, or 3.5 depending on the yarn. It could be totally different, but you'll see how many they ordered when I bought 8 skeins of this. So that was a pretty big purchase of just this one color. I have 6 skeins of, this is color number 25. I believe it is burnt orange. This is also from the Baby Snuggle line. Of course, this will be used for all types of pumpkin things, also pumpkin pie things. That'll give you a little hint. But I have 6 of these, 3 in color number 22, which I believe is Sage. This is again the Baby Snuggle yarn. And then lastly, I have 2 skeins of color number 13 from Baby Snuggle, and I believe that this is chocolate if I'm not mistaken. So that is all of the yarn that I ordered from Hobby. I almost forgot to mention this. So a few videos back I talked about a bakery that ordered from me, and I showed tagging it up and showing you all the items that they ordered. The bakery and the Pumpkin Patch are connected, so they are at the same place. So the bakery is very busy at during the fall time, and they also ordered from me. So not only do I have an order for the Pumpkin Patch, but I also have an order from the bakery as well. The bakery did not order as much as the Pumpkin Patch did because the Pumpkin Patch is just a little bit more busy than the bakery, but again, the bakery is still very busy. So I just reminded me as soon as I opened up this box, a color on top was one that I use quite a bit for the bakery. So I wanted to mention that as well. So I will let you know what the bakery ordered and also the Pumpkin Patch when it comes to time of me showing you everything that I have made for this entire order. So I wanted to tell you that before I forgot, since I'm about to show you some of the shades that I will be using for the bakery. So this was a shade right on top that I knew that was for the bakery. If you remember, they ordered cinnamon rolls from me and they want them again. So I had to get this yarn. This is the Premier Basic Chenille. This is in the shade Caramel. They love this shade for the cinnamon rolls, so I'm going to be making those again. And I just kind of want to open this just to see if it's soft. It's not as soft as they normally are, so I actually got some bad skeins of this recently and they really hurt my hand, so I think this will be okay though. So I have 3 of these, and then another shade that I use a lot of for the bakery, and I will also be using this for the pumpkin patch. I ordered 6 skeins of the shade Toffee. Also some shades that I use for the cinnamon roll. I ordered 2 of the shade Winter White, also in the Basic Chenille, and then this is a white color. I think this is, yeah, this is just called white, and then this is Winter White. You can see it's just a little different, but this color looks more like the icing color for the cinnamon rolls on their actual cinnamon rolls. So I ordered 2 of those, and then 1 white for some other things that I'm making for the pumpkin patch. I've really been loving Basic Chenille. I've actually been using it quite a bit, so I'll show you all the shades that I ordered. We have 1 lemon, 1 key lime, and this was actually the yarn that I bought that was not a good texture at all, but this one is actually very soft, so I'm very happy about that one. So we have 1 kiwi, 1 emerald, 1 banana, 1 denim, and this one actually I don't think I'm going to use it for the pumpkin patch, but I do have this color already and I am running pretty low, so I figured while I was making this order I should just add that in there, but I might actually end up using it for the pumpkin patch. We will see. We have 1 skein of black. We have 2 more in the shade Caramel, and then we have 2 in the shade Rust. I have this color for something very exciting that I'm making for them, and I cannot wait to see it come together. So I have 2 in the shade Rust. Again, this one was not for the pumpkin patch. This was for something else that I'm making, but this is 2 in the shade Toasted Marshmallow, and this is the Premier Basic Chenille Multi. So I have 2 of those, not for the pumpkin patch, but I figured while I was placing this order, I should order that as well. And I actually have another order that I am working on. Someone messaged me on Instagram and they wanted some Fred the Frogs, which I have talked about in some of my other videos. So I got 3 skeins of sage because I have less than half a skein left, and they ordered quite a bit of Fred the Frogs. So I got this color in for that order, and I'm gonna feel this. Okay, this is very soft. Okay, I'm happy about that. So that was for another order that I have, which I'll talk about later. And I have 1 color, this is Charcoal. It is a new shade for them. I actually have not used this shade before, but this is very soft. So I'm very excited about that. And then I have 1 shade Emerald. I'm gonna put these back in the bag for now until I use them up. I have 2 in the shade Key Lime and 1 in the shade Sea Glass. I ordered 6 skeins of white. I use a lot of white for this big order. If it seems like I'm ordering a ton of yarn, which I know that this is a ton of yarn, but I do use a lot of yarn for this order. So I'm actually going to be collecting all of the skeins, the labels of the skeins of yarn that I use, so I can keep track to see how much yarn I actually used for this. So I already have some collected already because I've already used up some yarn making these orders, but yeah, 6 skeins of white. And lastly, I have 2 skeins of tangerine. that is all of the yarn that I have ordered for this big order. I'm really hoping that I can use up a lot of this yarn for this order. Last year I ran into the issue of I ordered what I thought was a bunch of yarn and then I ran out of it and I had to order some and wait for it to come back in because I didn't have enough. I think that happened with Toffee. I think I used like 8 skeins of it last year just for the shade Toffee. So I'm really hoping this year I have enough yarn for some of the things that they ordered, since they do order quite a bit of it. So I'm going to put all of this stuff back into the box so that I can just grab from the box. I'm not going to worry about putting it back here because I'm just going to use it. So it's going to go back here with my market bags that are full and overflowing with yarn. So not only do I have this yarn that I have purchased, but I also have this yarn back here. So again, I know this is a lot of yarn. I don't really want to hear any comments about how much yarn this is. I mean, if it's positive, that's fine, but I know this is a bunch of yarn, but let me tell you, I use up a bunch of yarn for this order. So you'll definitely see it when I'm done with the order of how much yarn I actually use for this. Like I said, I'm going to be keeping the skein labels of these yarns that I use up, so it'll be really interesting to see how much yarn I actually use up. Last year I did not do that, and I really wish I would have. But I did do the math on quite a bit of the items last year, so that way I know how much I need to buy for it. So I'm going to put all of this up and then I will show you so far what I have made. This is everything that I have made so far for this order. I believe this is about 55 items that I have made so far from them. And then also this is some of the yarn that I have used up. So I've used 2 full skeins so far. These are both Honey Bunny. I have used up the shade white and also the shade black. So I've used up these 2 fully, and then these 2 I was able to finish off what was left to make an item. So I'll show you those items before I get into the shades of the yarn. But let me open up this tote and show you what I have made. I have 5 chickens made. Here is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This pattern is from the Celestial Homebody, and this is the Stardew Valley chicken. Last year I did Mabel chickens, so this year I thought it would be fun to do a different style, just for something different, so the people that have came before and sees my stuff, they have a little bit of a different option. I'm trying to do that so I can keep things interesting there. So we have 5 chickens. This actually looks really scary and funny at the same time. I have 15 spiders. This pattern is from Crochet Grove. This went over so well last year. People loved these spiders. I had to make more of them because people loved them so much. And these were the eyes that I actually purchased, that I told you that I used some of them. I just love all of the colors of eyes on them. I really love this. So here is 5 of them. So I'll show you all the other ones. Let's see if I can hold all of them. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Here are all the spiders that I have made for them this year. Again, this pattern is from Crochet Grove and it works up really fast. I believe it takes me like 6 minutes to make one of them. So we have 15 spiders. Like I said, those spiders went over really well. One of the workers from there had to hide a spider because they really wanted it and they didn't want it to sell, so they were gonna purchase it after their shift. So I thought that was really funny. So hopefully 15 is enough this year. I have 5 daisy turtles. This pattern is from Happy Turtle Crochet. So this was one where I was actually able to use up some of the yarn. So I used up the light blue shade. So this, I had enough to make this turtle exactly. And then same with the shade Sea Glass. I was able to use up exactly the right amount for these. So again, these aren't full skeins that I used, but I did finish 2 of them up. So like I said, we have a sea glass color, a light blue, we have a purple, a light pink, and also a mint shade. So let me show you what it actually looks like. So here is the head, and then this is what the shell looks like. Again, this is the Daisy turtle from Happy Turtle Crochet. You will see quite a bit more turtles as I'm making these items, but these are all of the Daisy turtles. I really love how these worked out, and they're actually pretty small. I mean, they almost fit in my hand, but I think these are a really good size. They're not too big. So we have 5 turtles. One thing I love about this year for this order is I am able to make some of my friends' patterns. I've already talked to one of my friends about some patterns that I'm making, some of her patterns that I'll be making for this order, and she was super excited for it. So I haven't made them yet, but I will definitely show you those when I make them. But another one of my friends that I have been able to make one of their patterns, which is just so cool to see how much I've grown since the past year and seeing the friends that I have made along the way. So this is a no-sew cow pattern, and this is from Nooks Hooks. This is a mini no-sew cow. I just love that I'm able to use some of my friends' patterns. So I will show you all of the ones that I made. Like, look at how adorable this pattern is. I really love it. I think these are gonna go over really well. I actually haven't made cows for them before, so I think that this is going to be perfect. So I made a light brown cow. I'm also going to start making these for my markets because I love them and they're so small and cute. I just really love this pattern and how it works up. So I made a light brown one. And then I have, I believe this is Teddy Bear from Parfait Chunky, so we have a little bit of a darker brown, and I love how each one of them are just a little bit different. And this one is the shade Acorn from Parfait Chunky, so you can just see it's a little bit lighter than Teddy Bear. I hope you can see that on camera. So we have 3, and then this is just a normal dairy cow with the black spots, and this one has no horns because it is a dairy cow. So that's 4, and then this is 5. This one might be my favorite. Look at this little brown cow. I love it. This was in her pattern pictures, and I really like how that one turned out. So we have 5 cows. You've seen this in my last video. This pattern is from Apple Tree Stacy Makes, and this is her free ice cream keychain pattern. So I've already showed you what these look like, but I wanted to talk about this one. So this is actually a pumpkin ice cream, and a lot of people love the pumpkin patches pumpkin ice cream, so that is why I made one of these. So I'm really excited. Stacy is one of my friends here, so I'm very excited to be able to use one of her patterns for this really big order. So I have 5 ice cream cone keychains. This next one is a little bit controversial for the fall time. Candy corn. Let me know if you're a candy corn lover or not. I feel like a lot of people don't like candy corn, but this is a free pattern from Momsstitchetti. Really easy to work up. I mean, this takes me no time at all. Whoa, I dropped one. So I have 5 of these little candy corns. We'll go with another free pattern from Momsstitchetti. This is a free pattern on her Instagram, and this is a little ghost. This is one of the patterns that I'm using with the oval eyes. I just think that this looks perfect with the oval eyes, so I ended up making 5. Why do I keep dropping them? I ended up making 5 of the little ghost. Then I have another free pattern. This is from Crochet by Janina. It's a free pattern on Instagram as well. This is a little pumpkin. So I have 3 in this bright orange shade. So here's the 3 in the bright orange, and they all have little faces on them. And then I did 2 in the darker orange. So I really like how the dark orange ones turned out. So I have 5 little pumpkin keychains. And then the last items that I have made so far, this is another free pattern. It's from my_universe64, and it is a little bee pattern. So let me show you what one looks like up close. It is a no-sew bee, so you do not have to sew the wings on, which is perfect for keychains. I really love how these ones turned out. So I'm really happy that I think all of my keychain patterns are all free. I'm pretty sure, yeah, all of my keychain patterns are free, which is really exciting. I have one more set of keychains that I need to make, so I'm not quite done with my keychains, but I believe that this is 55 items so far, so you can just see how big this order is because I'm not even anywhere close to being done with this order. So I'm going to put all of these back in their box, and then I will finish up talking about this order. Again, here is an overview of everything that I have finished so far. I am nowhere near finishing the amount of items that they have ordered, so I'm going to have to transfer this into one of my market bags because this one is full. So let me know which kind of update video you would like. Maybe I can do when this bin is full, it's time to update you. I could do every 2 weeks, update you on what I have made, or I can just sprinkle it into a weekly vlog and also put it in with the other stuff that I'm working on. Let me know which kind of video you would much rather see, and I will definitely do that for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can watch in September when this video is all finished, when this whole project is finished, and you can know the final total of all of the plushies that I have made. I'm very excited to see it all together. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments what kind of updates you would like to see on this video, because I really haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. But yes, don't forget to subscribe so you can see my total plushie count in September when I'm all done with this order. And also hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. That is going to be it for today. I am definitely going to keep crocheting today because, as you can see, I have a lot to work on. So I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone, have a good one.